Hello everyone and welcome to another video. It has been absolutely ages since I've sat down and filmed a video. Because we've been gallivanting around Northeast Asia, I actually haven't sat down and filmed for almost 2 months. So I'm really excited to get back into the swing of filming again. So the last time I went overseas, I actually did a Japanese art supply haul video for you guys and you seemed to really love it. So I thought, why not do a similar video again after this trip? Now I haven't got nearly as many art supplies as I did last year, so I didn't want to make a dedicated art supply haul video. So this is just a haul of some of my favorite things from the trip. Now as you can see in the title, this video says Japan and South Korea. The reason why I'm not necessarily including Beijing and Hong Kong in this haul is because we really didn't buy anything from those places. Hong Kong has a lot of shopping if you're into really upmarket stuff like designer brands. Similar with Beijing, although we somehow accidentally booked a private tour of the Great Wall of China. I have no idea how we did that. It was probably the weirdest experience of my life, just being in some random person's car and being driven to the Great Wall. What we paid for our tour, all we wanted was a bus to get there. We just wanted it to be really easy to get there. So that was quite uncomfortable and hilarious and a great story to tell people. But as a part of the tour, we went to a jade carving factory. It wasn't as much educational as it was a way to try and get tourists to spend money, which we fell for because we bought 2 little figures of jade. This one is a rooster to symbolize the year of the rooster, and this one is a rat. Both Tyler and I are born in the same year, so we wanted to get the little creature from the year of our birth. But yeah, after we got our tour of the Great Wall and Summer Palace and the jade carving factory, we actually stopped off for a tea ceremony. Again, we felt too uncomfortable to not buy anything. But they were trying to get us to purchase the teas and stuff, and the whole time we were we can't buy tea, we're Australian, it's not going to be allowed into the country because we have such strict quarantine laws. But we ended up purchasing this. This is a little kit for basically tasting and smelling teas, and it was the cheapest thing in the building, so that's what we got. But I quite love both this and the little jade figures because they're very pretty, and I kind of wanted to get stuff that was more culturally orientated, but these were the only things notable that we bought in Hong Kong or in Beijing. So if you happen to watch the travel vlogs that I've put up over the last few weeks, then you will know that we went to South Korea first, so I'm going to show you all of the South Korea stuff first. And the first thing, notably the coolest thing, is this little guy. We won this little seal just outside the Folk Museum in one of those claw game things. Tyler just decided on a whim that he was gonna put in a couple of 1,000 won, which is 1,000 won is basically $1. On the second coin, we actually won something, so first time in our lives ever winning something. We actually named it Piju, which comes from the Korean word for both prize and pearl, and we figured it was perfect because seals obviously live in the ocean and pearls come from the ocean, and we won her as a prize. We just shortened it as a nickname and named her Piju because we could not pronounce the actual word. So yeah, that was the very first thing. We had no intention of buying more plushies when we went over there, but we're very happy we had her, and she's very lucky now. And then next, I went over knowing I wanted to get a couple of makeup related things because South Korea is the most amazing place for makeup. And I bought these 3 things from Tony Moly. These 2 are Pokemon themed hand creams. The hand creams aren't the best quality, they're not amazing, but they still work pretty well and they smell really good. And then this one, which is actually a primer which you put under your foundation. The reason I purchased it is because it's actually green based, so if you have really rosy red skin like I do, it offsets the redness of everything and helps your makeup stay on and all that stuff. Next, in the realm of cosmetics, can I just say that South Korea is the land for giving out free samples. I got free samples thrown at me every time I walked even past a cosmetic store. This is Bulbasaur face cream. It's actually really good. I've already used one of these. And then these 2 are brightening cream, which I'm too scared to use because it's brightening cream is essentially bleaching your skin, and I'm pale enough, so and then I got a heap of sheet masks. As you can see, me being stingy as always, this is the one that said 50% off on them. I got given like sheet masks as a like free sample when I tried it when we were in Korea, and I really liked it. It's so awkward like wearing a sheet mask because you look like you're straight out of a horror movie. They work really well and they make your skin like feel really nice. So I got a huge pack from Real Nature. Okay, next, I am a person who tends to have Samsung phones. I don't have an iPhone, and I'm fine with that, but my only issue is that you can never find decent phone cases for Samsung phones, like ever. And my phone is the, goodness, S6, I'm pretty sure it's the S6. I was a bit concerned that I wasn't going to find anything to fit it, but I found this really cute phone case. It's based on like the milky like sweets that you can get. It's actually a Japanese brand and I bought it from South Korea, so that's how that worked out. But I was so happy because I finally got a phone case that I actually like, and given that Samsung is from South Korea, I was like, I'm gonna find one in South Korea. This next thing is actually, the closest thing I can say is like a wool scroll or something like that. It's basically like a canvas that has like a screen print on it. If any of you guys actually know Korean and you know what that says, please tell me, because the person like told me what it said and then I forgot. I should have written it down, but I didn't and I forgot. I think it's something to do with togetherness, I think, because of the deer. And I absolutely love like supporting smaller artists and handmade stuff and homemade stuff, and I just really loved this, and it had like Korean written on it, and I bought it from a very small store in Insadong. So I got that little screen printed canvas thingy from there. I absolutely love this. I think it's really cute. I'm excited to put it up somewhere. Next thing, Seoul is the only place I've ever been that has like sock vendors on every like side corner. Like there's just these little stalls selling like adorable socks, and they're always like $1 each, so it's like amazing. Like these ones are so cute. It's just like a little duck, and there's tutorial ones that I got, and I got these no face ones, which is from Spirited Away, and then I bought some actually like nicer, more practical like yellow socks. Lastly was this jumper. Tyler got a Pokemon themed one, but I wanted to get a like Peanuts Charlie Brown themed one. And it's this little jumper that says Lucy, and I thought it was really cute. It's from this store called Spao or Spao. It was like S-P-A-O, and I love like the simplicity of what's on it, and it's just for comfy clothes. It's like very flattering. So when we were in Tokyo, I absolutely lived in that jumper because I loved it so much. South Korea is pretty well known for having like really high quality stuff, like really cheap. So I loved it. I would totally just go back to Seoul just for shopping because I loved like everything. I wanted to buy everything. During our trip, we travelled from Seoul to Sapporo and then travelled down to Hakodate. We stayed in Hakodate for one night and then travelled back down to Tokyo. So we were there for ages, so we bought more stuff in in Japan, sorry. I'm gonna start with this because I think this is the coolest thing. This is a chopper ice cube tray. This is the most silly thing I've probably bought because there's no way I like logically needed a chopper ice cube tray. And my favorite like chopper expression of when he's like super embarrassed about being good at stuff is here, so this made me really happy. So next, if we're keeping on the theme of nerdy otaku stuff, I also got these two little prints. They're just Ghibli postcards. These were like crazy cheap from Nakano Broadway. So I got a number of like littler things, like a chopper badge that I'm gonna put on. The like chopper bag I got last year that I actually showed in my art supplies video. And then for no reason at all other than I have a problem, it's a tiny dash hound keychain. I love dash hounds way too much, like an unhealthy amount. And this little dash hound just is, it has like a pastry wrapped around its tummy. There were heaps of these like food themed like pets and stuff. Next was these chopper themed socks. I actually got them from, I think it was Tokyo Tower. We actually went back and had like another like One Piece themed meal. I got these chopper themed socks because last time we were in Japan, I figured that none of the socks would fit me because I have like slightly larger feet for a person in the West. My feet are like an 8.5 to a 9 depending on the shoe. So I just figured that my feet wouldn't fit into these, but they did, and they do. So I was like really happy. Next, I got this little manga volume here. When we were in Japan this time, we didn't buy nearly as many like manga volumes, so the only one I got was this one. This is the first volume of Himoto Umaru-chan. I love this anime way too much. I'm pretty sure it originally was a light novel and then they like made it into an anime and they've now made it into a manga. I just wanted to get the first like manga volume of it. So I got this from Animate. The last like sort of otaku related thing I got was this little figure. This is like a child version of Boa Hancock, again from One Piece. Last time we were in Japan I bought this little Shirahoshi figure and it was from the like Children of the Grand Line or whatever collection, so I wanted to keep like getting figures from that theme, and I love the character of Boa Hancock because I think she's quite funny. So yeah, the proper like figures for Boa Hancock, like of her as the character she actually is, they're generally always like really hypersexualized, and I didn't really want that figure sitting on my desk, so I bought like the really cutesy little one. I really love her because she's so like just adorable and small, and the figure was secondhand, so it was like really cheap. Next was this really cool little lolly case I got. This came with reasonably nice like hard-boiled lolly type things in them, but I really honestly got them for the pattern that was on the front. I thought it was really cool and it looks like really like vintagey, so I thought that was really awesome. So I'm just gonna keep this on my desk. I think it's really cool. And then I also got art supplies, so we'll start getting into the art supplies now. I got a lot less than I got last time because I bought heaps of art supplies last time. So, Tokaido, as you guys would have known if you watched the last haul video, is like my favourite place in the whole world. The art supplies from there are really cool and the store is just amazing. And I got these 3 little Sakura Micron pens. I got these because they're waterproof and I wanted to get into doing a bit more like watercolor illustrations. Because Tokaido doesn't sell Copic markers, otherwise I would have just bought everything from Tokaido, I got some Copic related stuff from Tokyo Hands. So I got a small handful of markers, I got just a few like pastel kind of colours, and then I just got a 0.03 Copic multiliner because mine ran out and I've been dying without it. And then finally we're moving on to like clothing related things. So the first one is this little pen that I got from the Studio Ghibli Museum. Last time I was over I got a little no-face pin, which I absolutely love. I would have gotten a House Moving Castle related one, but I didn't like them nearly as much as I like the no-face one and this one. And then in terms of like accessory things, there's just these tights. These are just dark green like ribbed tights. You can't buy like decent tights in Australia, and I love the brand Tabio. These are upside down. Oh, I forgot my bag. I'm forgetting all of the things today. One of my favorite things that we also got from Japan is this backpack that I actually purchased from Odaiba. I think it was Odaiba. Was it Sunshine City? No, it was Sunshine City. I got this from Sunshine City. It is a beautiful little backpack. It's just like fake leather and it's like really small, and I absolutely love this backpack. It's super duper cool. It's super duper pretty. It's a really nice like rustic burgundy-ish color, like a dark brown. And then the very last thing of the whole video is this skirt here, which I absolutely love to death. It is so pretty. It's basically like a midi skirt. It has like a sort of like mesh fabric over the top of it. And it was on sale, which is very good. It was on sale. It was 4,000 yen down to 20,000 yen, so that was like really good value, and it's like super duper pretty and I love it so much. It was the last one there and I bought it from this store. The name of the brand is not on the, oh no it is, Ingni. I-N-G-N-I. I don't know how to pronounce that properly, I'm sorry. But that's where this skirt is from, and it's like super duper pretty and I love it so much, and it's such a like full skirt. It's a very feminine skirt. And I love the flowers, and it's so pretty and I love it so much. But yeah, I loved our most recent trip to Northeast Asia. I love traveling. It's like the thing that gives me the most joy in life, apart from writing probably. But yeah, that's all for the video today. I hope you guys enjoyed it and have a lovely day. Bye.